Hey guys, it's Balloon here again. So in this video, I'll be running through a replay analysis of the laning stage with a student of mine that's in Crusader bracket. So he'll be playing Legion Commander in the offlane. And it's actually the raw footage from the coaching session that I had with him. So without further ado, let's get into it. So which one are you? Are you Slardar? Are you Legion?
I'm the Legion, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
We lose the Oracle here. It was not a good play.
You shouldn't be you see what you're doing now is whenever you play the game, right, you must always expect for the worst thing that can happen. So right now, what do you think is the worst thing that can happen? If you stand like this.
Both of us die, is basically.
Like die,
What?
like how? Like once you come into this, what can potentially happen here? What can be here? Because you
I
don't have
don't know.
information, right?
Can't,
Exactly, you
yeah,
don't know. Yeah, you
you're
don't
right.
know. If you don't know something, you can't do it in the game. Most of the time, what's going wrong is people at this bracket are like below, even like below 5k, I consider low. You guys are playing the game without information. Like a lot of things you're doing is gambling. You know, you're just running here for the sake of running here. You're not looking into the future. Like, what's the worst thing that can go wrong as I do this?
Right.
It's a concept that will apply throughout the entire game. So once you know how to play for the worst case scenario, you find that you're no longer dying randomly. You no longer take fights randomly. For example, what I can more or less really tell is you're gonna buy like a blink dagger and you're gonna start running around trying to kill people and you die all the time, right?
Pretty much.
Take 11 minutes. Blink dagger. Let's see how many deaths you have after 11 minutes. Lane is fine. Lane is very good. See, lane is very good. And now you're gonna start feeding, I guess. See that? See that? See that?
Yep.
It's a very easy mistake to spot. Like, what you need to do, right, is you need to keep these deaths stagnant. Like, you cannot die anymore. And for you to reach that point, you need to be like playing off information. You need to build the right items that help you to survive. So we are always looking at Black King Bar before you attempt to do anything in the game. Otherwise, everything will kill you. It's not a blink dagger that help you to snowball. You know, you can kill one and you die. It's not worth it. Let's see your
Well, yeah,
deaths.
like I've been like I started playing a lot of Legion. I noticed if I get like in a turbo game, it's a lot different, right? Like, but in an actual rank game, you get a blink dagger. If your team can't help you, it's really hard to kill people. And that's what I was finding in a lot of the rank games I was playing. Is I could get a pretty early blink dagger, but it doesn't really help me because I'm doing no damage and my team can't help me.
Yeah, no, it's not so much about damage. You know, it's about like whether or not you die doing certain things. So let's say I see a sunset and I want to jump him, but I don't know what's behind him. You know that you need to know that you cannot do it. You cannot be playing this game at this MMR to depend on anyone. That's not how it works. Because this is very inefficient Dota right now. You need to view the game in your own in your own perspective. You cannot be viewing it from their perspective. You cannot do the things that they want you to do. You do the things that you're supposed to do. You get what I mean? So right now, whenever you are, let's say you're an offlaner, you don't do this. All you do is you buy your own ward if there's a ward. But in this case, this guy bought the ward. If there's a ward, you buy your own ward. So you will run up here. All this is recorded, by the way. So you run up here and then you'll plant like a ward from behind these trees out. Or you run up here and you plant a ward from these trees behind. Same thing. Yeah, then all you do is you run down. Let's say you don't have this ward. Then you're just gonna run down. You're gonna hide behind here. You're gonna wait for the bounty. This bounty is safe. This bounty is not. Okay. It's not worth like half your health or like using up 3 tangos just to get 140 gold like this. Because you're gonna start the lane immediately at a disadvantage. Also, another thing you should be doing is you should always like, people tend to be like, you can always like buy one tango and ship another tango out and then you start stronger, right? I actually don't agree with this because the chances of a courier dying as it comes up, you don't know.
Right.
Even then, when let's say you're like in the middle of something and your courier is coming and you forget to notice about it and your courier dies like that, also we cannot guarantee. So what I recommend is you start with 2 sets of tangos instead. Like the only time I can think of something that's like I start with 1 tango, I start with no tango at all. Like just spam gauntlets to be strong in lane is if I'm playing it with like a very good support, like a 10k MMR support, right? Then that's different. That's a different game.
Right.
Because they'll buy regen for you. Over here, you're responsible for your own regen. Playing the lane is just to play to sustain the lane. So that's in the forms of regen. Even stuff like this, you should really be getting back to full health. If you have any questions, just ask you.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm following here.
Okay, so what I have here is this is basically a step-by-step guide to teach you how to play the game. So let's see what you should be doing at laning phase. Number 1, your starting steps. This is from the carry perspective, but honestly, it's all the same thing. It's just where you start in the lane. So avoid the starting steps first. Let's see your CS. Okay, so when we play the lane, what would you say the goal of the lane is? Would you want the lane to be here? Or would you want the lane to be here? What do you think?
Oh, closer to my tower.
Correct, closer to your tower. Why? Why do you want the lane to be here?
It's safer. You can't get ganked.
Okay, so reasons behind wave being close to our tower. Safer, can't get ganked, you're right. We won't get harassed for nothing. Because there's no space for them to like hit us like this. Versus
Right.
they can hit us like this. Also, it's what else can you think of? Like in their perspective, what happens to them if your wave is here?
They could get harassed or ganked.
Yup. Enemies can get harassed cause chase distance is longer, right? They have to run longer.
Mhm.
Also, you also have this Tower Aura as well, which gives you 3 armor and 1 health regen. That's also helpful. And anything goes wrong, you can always go back to your tower. But if anything goes wrong for them, they cannot go back to their tower. Okay, so if you want to achieve that, what do you think must happen in your lane? Like, how do you make this happen?
Pull creep aggro, backwards to range creep, deny as much as you can.
Yes.
And,
Yes, correct.
also, hopefully your support is using jungle creeps to pull if it gets out of control.
Yep, okay. So you want to deny as much as you can. You want to deny your range creep almost every time you see it until you are strong enough to push and kill them under tower. Otherwise, it must always be denied, always aggroed. So if you know you want to aggro this, right now what must happen? You need to pull this, right? You use global aggro, you need to do this. Because there's no hero in your lane.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that worked. That is an awesome, excellent tip.
It needs to be instant. Like the moment I see this, I'll immediately just shift to this and click. Right.
Oh, that's very good. Thank you.
Okay, so right now the moment it meets, first thing, click, pull back. But it's fine if you don't do that. Now your job is just wait for last hit. Okay. Okay, now this guy shows, right? First thing he shows, click, pull back. Okay, you did that, very good. Now. Okay, now this is fine. Deny, yup. Your lane is actually pretty good for this bracket. You're very good in lane. Because you know all these concepts. Usually what people in this MMR do is they see the creeps, they hit the creeps. They don't even, like, fucking deny creeps.
Yeah, I've been noticing that. Like, I definitely am much better than these people on lane, but I still can't close the game out.
Yeah, that's why you say that your lane is good, strong, but you fall off mid game. So your problem is not your lane. I mean, your lane can still be improved, like what I showed here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but
You've already gave me several tips that can help improve.
But what you're doing is already very good. Your priorities are very good. But like this is no, you're running up to like trade. This is forcing a trade. You do not force trades like this unless you're a very strong hero that can burst him and run. Right? A legion that depends on your. Actually, why you even have this? If you're playing into like a level 1, you need to have this to like harass them, push them out, secure your creeps.
Yeah, I took that level 1 because I was doing the aggressive play on the bounty.
Oh, bro. Okay. Okay. So what I was saying is you don't force your trades. The trades will come to you. You know how they look like? You'll do this, he'll do this, you'll do this. Because it comes to you.
Right.
You use this as a bait. You do not go into him past all these creeps to hit him even when there's no like like he's not out of position or anything. So do not force your trades.
Right. I definitely play over aggressive in lane, trying to beat on people when I shouldn't be.
Yeah. Of course, some heroes can do this. Like, if I'm a Dawnbreaker, I will actually do this because my first spell can push him the fuck out. right? But if you're a Legion that depends on now, even then your spell is wrong. Yeah, okay. So you quick him by right. You should have quick him, pull this in, deny this, deny everything, pull it back, and just farm you.
And so I get stunned and take a bunch of damage.
Yep, unnecessary damage. See, even all this, that path as well, unnecessary. But once you see something like this, there's a lot of creeps, right? Then now you want to actively kill it because you don't want a big wave into you. Okay, so laning priority goes something like 1, lost hits, 2, denies, 3, creep aggro to range, and then 4 will be trade. You will trade if strong, ignore everything else. Like you wouldn't even creep aggro, you just run out and hit him if you're strong. Strong meaning you have like several levels ahead, you're like 2 levels, 3 levels, and this guy level 1 or something. Right, then you will go and push him out. But level 1 even and all that you don't. You will creep aggro and bait enemy in to push him out if even. You will creep aggro to deny range and pull wave away if weak. You get what this means?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like if you're strong, you don't even need to do this. You just move out and push him out. If you're even, you do this. He comes in, you push him out. If you're weak, you do this. You split away from him. You don't touch him. See, all this wrong, all this wrong.
I missed like 4 last hits.
It's not even the last hits that's the thing. Like if you're strong, you do this. It's correct. Strong meaning your health is high. You have like movement speed advantage, or like level 3, you do this. Go ahead, you know. But you're level 1 with this health. How can you win the trade? You can't win the trade. You should be focusing on creeps, using the creeps to tell you to trade. See, even this, like see what I mean? This one bracer here with your health like this, versus a Salve here, with another Tango here, my health like this. Which is more comfortable? What do you think?
Well, like, I'm not able to last it comfortably with no health, so.
Yeah. Yeah. This is good. You're leaning you're leaning, you're not pushing the wave out for nothing. It's very good. But it's just your items are wrong. Like you're thinking too much to be aggressive. I'm thinking of sustaining so I can go aggressive. You're not thinking about the sustain, you're thinking about like what are items that I can buy to win this lane without thinking about your health and mana.
Right.
So a rule
100% correct.
like a good rule of thumb is every time you buy an item, send regen along. There always has to be like one set of regen spare here, even if you're full health. Okay, so your CS, this is perfectly fine. You creep aggro, perfectly fine also. I like this, but you're lacking on the global. You're also lacking on the priorities. Like you're doing the right thing, but you're doing it not enough. You're just like half-assing it. Must be like fully committed to like what your priorities are. Yours is I do it right, I jump into wrong thing. I do it right, I jump into wrong thing. Like forcing your trades, for instance.
Right.
Your wave management is very good. This is very good because you're not randomly like pushing out the wave. Am I harass received? Too much because you're forcing your trades. Am I harass given? Also too much, like too forceful. So you're going off your way to force your trades. Then your amount of regen sent in lane, 0. I don't see it. Amount of health and mana in lane is not full. Right? You're like 3.5. Awareness of good for buying item also. Every time you send an item, regen must come along, so it's not efficient enough. So just from this, you already know your problems. Like 4 waves in. So even this one split second, what I'll do, global aggro again. Right?
Yes.
Must be instant.
Oh yeah, I could have fixed the entire lane here instead. It's pushing their way again.
Exactly, you could have denied this again, and this thing would still be alive. Versus you do this now, you draw the aggro on you, and it pushes into him, you free farm. He shouldn't be allowed to free farm. Of course now damage is done, but that's very good harass. So again here, are you able to kill him under his tower? If you're able to kill him under his tower, then you will stop aggroing, you start pushing. Right, but right now you're level 3 with this health. This guy is not even like last hit, he's solving up. So it tells you I still wanna hold the wave, I wanna pull him in so I can push him out and bring him low, then I start the push. But right now you're level 3, so you do not push yet. Just global aggro, deny creeps. All this wrong, you shouldn't. Every hit you do on the creep, bro, it will push the wave. No hits at all.
Yeah.
Only last hit. Unless it's a contested creep. A contested creep meaning the creep is like this amount of health, or like this amount of health, and the guy is standing beside it trying to deny it, or trying to mess with it. Then you will attempt to kill it actively, so you don't get like denied by the guy, or he messes up your wave. You get what I mean?
Yeah, so yeah, like I have the advantage here. I should have been trying to bring the wave back to my tower
Yeah.
and keep the advantage. I'm
Yes.
pushing instead.
Yes. If you have advantage or you're like you don't have enough, no, the right thing to be would be you don't have enough advantage yet to kill him under his tower, then you hold the wave. If you have enough advantage to kill him under his tower, then you push the wave.
Right.
Yeah. Most time it'll be just holding until like 5 or like 6. Or like the guy is like quarter health without regen, then you push. See, even all this, the range creep should already die. Like this creep should also already die. But this is very good. Like what you did there, like that's a good form of harass, but don't go anymore. This is good enough. Wow. Okay. That's worth. That is worth. It's free regen for you anyway when you spawn. Get XP and go also. Actually, like before you go in, buy a tango with you. Okay, this is fine. Now you see, right? Like once your range creep actually dies, you're allowed to push him out like that. But if your range creep is not dead, you're not allowed to push him out like that. Because if you do this, you're gonna the wave will push to him when you aggro creeps to you. But if your range creep is already dead and you aggro creeps to you, chances of the wave pushing to him is still very low as well. So as long as your range creep is dead, you're fine to like treat him like this. Yeah, like that. That's very good. But all these creeps you're killing is wrong. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Even here, what should be coming? Full health, full mana. So what should you be buying? We're looking at Solve. We're looking at a Tango. We're looking at like a Mango, like a Clarity, and then you play the lane again. Now you're full health, full mana, and this guy's stuck like this. What do you think's gonna happen to him? You push, he dies. Free tower. Versus, you save for this fucking blink. You can't do anything to him. You die eventually.
Right.
So you risk, all risk, all risk, all risk. Now that courage should already be halfway with Solve, Mango, Clarity's Tango. Full health, full mana will go in now, he dies. Then this teleport is here, free tower. Your regen cannot be slow, it must be here before you even need it. You need to see like what's going to happen in future before you even need it. Where is there a... Oh, I thought there's a Divine Rapier. I was checking if there's like a PA on the team or something. What the fuck? Even here, I want to be looking at full health, full mana again. Because he returns, I don't have health, I can't contest him. But your lane is very strong, dude. For this MMR, your lane is way too strong. It's good. Only thing lacking is your creep aggro, not fast enough. You're pushing when you're not strong enough. You're not regenerating to recover.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
I think the main takeaways here are a little bit less aggressive. Use the global aggro trick a bit more, and make sure to kind of treat regen like I treat TPs. I always try and carry a TP. I need to carry regen too.
Yes. And don't force your traits. You're forcing your traits.
Yeah. Oh, definitely am forcing. No question.